Unpopular opinion. Masturbation is one of those topics everyone does. Nobody admits. And the internet argues about it like it's a moral referendum. You know, in reality, it is a natural body, it's a natural human behavior that sits at the intersection of biology, psychology, and spirituality. Funny thing is, humans will literally argue about anything, even what they do alone in a locked room. You know, biologically, masturbation is your body's built-in stress relief valve. It is nature's way of saying, yo, look, I know life is stressful. Here is a button that makes the brain shut up for a few seconds or even minutes. It's all in your hands, both literally and metaphorically. You know, it helps regulate hormones, reduce tension, explore your body, and sometimes helps you sleep faster than any herbal tea on the planet. You know, now here is where the catch comes in. The problem arises when it becomes a coping mechanism instead of a conscious practice. Using it to avoid emotions, numb emptiness, or even escape a responsibility turns it from a harmless release into an emotional crutch. You know, like anything done unconsciously, it becomes less about pleasure and more about avoidance. Basically, emotional procrastination with extra steps. You know, psychologically, masturbation is tied to reward systems. It releases dopamine, which is great, until your brain decides that this is now its favorite method of feeling alive. When used intentionally, it is healthy. When used compulsively, it becomes a distraction from loneliness, stress, anxiety, or even unresolved emotional needs. You know, funny thing is, many people use it to avoid feeling empty, not realizing they are just giving their emptiness a workout routine. The key is awareness. Why am I doing this? Now, if the answer is boredom, stress, or emotional avoidance, then your mind is using your body as a therapist. And my friend, therapists are usually trained, not handheld. Spiritually, energy moves through the body, and sexual energy is one of the most powerful forms of life force. Yeah? When used consciously, it grounds you, it connects you to your body, and releases stagnant tension. You know, when used unconsciously, it drains your vitality, it scatters your focus, and it weakens your sense of presence. In spiritual terms, masturbation isn't bad, but leaking your energy without intention is like burning firewood in an empty room, heat with no purpose. You know, sexual energy is creative energy. Use it wisely and it transforms you. Use it mindlessly and it exhausts you. You know, in short, masturbation is neither holy nor is it sinful. It is a tool. Huh? It becomes healthy when used consciously and unhealthy when used as an escape. The grounded truth is that it's part biology, part psychology, and part spirituality. The comedy comes in because humans are funny creatures, trying to find peace in a chaotic world. You know, sometimes one hand at a time. You know, my people heal, huh? Heal.